Hi, welcome back to Meta Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport, and you, Madame?
I'm Diane Franklin, and I'm so happy to be on your show.
Would you like to do all your voices that you did for us beforehand?
Oh, very, very nice. Well, this, I am from a film called Better Off Dead. I don't know if you will remember, but I played a French exchange student from France. And it's a very funny movie. If you've not seen it, you must see this because it is hilarious, and I guarantee you will love it. And then, of course, I played an English princess, Princess Joanna from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, and it's the first film of Bill and Ted's that came out in 1989. And also, well, just a quick reference, I was in a film called Terror Vision, where I talk like a valley girl, and so this was with Mary Warnoff, and it was so hilarious. This is a great kind of a cult horror film, and I was in Amityville.
I like how you automatically got your creepy voice.
Right.
I was in Amityville.
This is, I guess, Amityville Part 2. So Amityville Part 2 is very scary. So if you don't like horror films, don't watch it because it takes place in the house. It's the second one, and it was based on the DeFeo universe. So it's actually, it's really, people say it's the scariest of all the films. So don't see it if you're not.
I cried.
You cried?
I did. I broke down, but Matt had to.
Oh, here it is.
I did.
Right? Yeah. Some people can't. They sleep with their parents, and they might be 25, but they go home.
I woke him up. I'm like, son.
Yeah.
Daddy needs you.
Right. See?
Yeah.
There you go. That's the way it goes.
So one thing I saw when doing some research on you, which I was excited about, is we share our birthday. I'm also February 11th.
Oh.
Isn't that nice? Do you feel we're kindred spirits?
Yes, it's a great day. I'm so happy. That's awesome. So I'll remember that from now.
It's me, you, and Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wait, no, and also Burt Reynolds. I don't know, maybe the same day. The singer, she's born exactly on my day. All I want to do is have some fun.
Sheryl Crow?
Sheryl Crow. Same birthday and same exact day, right?
Well, here's a good compliment. When I saw your February 11th, I'm like, I bet you she's the same exact age as me. I'm 47.
I'm 47 too.
No, I was like, I thought we were the same age.
Oh, that's nice. 52.
We're 5 years apart.
Yeah.
So I was in 8th grade when you were a senior.
Yeah, but I look young.
You did?
Young. I look the same age. Wait, where do I have a copy of my book here too? We'll look on the other side. Because I have a book too, and it's on Amazon, but if I have the cover... just FYI. This is on Amazon, so if you're interested, I wrote this book about my life. It is the coolest thing ever, and I would not say that if it wasn't true. I really would not have you spend the money if it wasn't true. But it is about my life, how I became an 80s babe. But I have it's like...
But you're a babe now.
That's awesome. Well, at least I can tell you about it. And, it's so, like how I became an 80s babe, pictures about how I became an actress, but then also like wonderful nostalgia, and I have chapters on all the films. So if you like Better Off Dead, there's a Better Off Dead chapter, there's a Bill and Ted chapter, and I talk about every film. I talk about every film. So for me, a lot of people, a lot of actresses may not talk about everything they did, but I wanted people to see this is what an actor's life is, and I talk about everything. So it's very honest and from the heart and raw. And since I really acted, really my main career was in the 80s, you get a real capsule of what it's like to be an actress in the 80s. But it's also really fun and upbeat. So anyway, just letting you know, if you like this book, it's on Kindle and Amazon only. So there you go. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, it was very great. Actually, when I was also doing research, I was like, well, let me ask this question, and you just kept writing book. So I guess I just have to get the book.
You have to get the book because the thing is that I'm really honest to tell you the stories. You're just going to get a sense of what it is. I mean, and also like a lot of times when people write things, they write things. Maybe it's a gossip book or it talks about other people, and I'm really talking about my experience with people. And I just had an excellent acting career. I mean, a lot of times when people act, they don't talk. Something bad happens and they talk about like how horrible it was. But I was really fortunate. I always knew I wanted to be an actress ever since I was little. And my parents weren't actors. They were from Germany and Austria, and they would talk like this. What are we going to do with this child? She's got so much energy, and so.
I think you should be doing voiceovers.
I should do voiceovers.
Yeah, you sound like you talk to E.J.
Yes, I know.
She's like the master of voiceovers.
She is such a nice girl. E.J.'s awesome. And the other thing is, I've had such great experiences with all the actresses that I've been friends with. I mean, E.J., I'm still friends with E.J. and Amanda Wiss. And I just got an agent. So maybe I'll be going on auditions, and maybe you might be seeing me in TV shows. I'd love to do some sci-fi. I'd love to be in, like, because I never did that genre, like Star Trek.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what would you like to do? What kind of films?
Well, here's what it is. I'd love to do comedies, but I've been doing comedies. My daughter is a filmmaker. She makes movies. So remember, Olivia De Laurentiis, distantly related, and she writes, directs, acts, and edits her films. She just turned 18, but she has already been like at age 15, I think. She was at the LA Film Festival with short, and these are all comedies. And then she was in the Soho Film Festival last year, and she was 16 and 17 last year, and now she just turned 18, and she is the next amazing person. But in my book, I talk about her as well, and you can go on YouTube and see like trailers for movies she's done. So this is my gift to her. Like I put myself in her movies, and like here's an example of something I shot from her movie. This is her. She plays like a nerdy girl, but she writes, directs, acts, and edits everything. And she's been doing this since 5 years old. We have like a video. You're like telling your brother like, Nick, the line is. It's just hilarious. So she's the next. Watch out for her. But that's going on, and then I'm doing like different things. I did a pilot called Parole Officers, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. So if you are watching this, friend me on Facebook. Look for a black and white picture, something like this, of me from Better Off Dead. That's really me, and I will friend you, and then that's my hub. So it tells you what I'm doing when I'm doing conventions, and if I'm on a show, and links to interviews. And I did my first talk show last month, and it's going to be on in like a couple of weeks. So if you friend me, I'm going to post it there. The first talk show I've ever done in my whole life. Because when I was growing up in the 80s, they didn't do talk shows if you were on a show, like if you're on Twin Peaks like Kimmy did, interviews with Letterman and all that stuff. I missed all that because I wasn't on a show.
Right.
So this was my first, and it was great. And the show's called The John Kerwin Show, so you'll hear about it. And it was great, and so I'll link you there. So friend me on Facebook.
Okay, well I guess the last and the most important question I have for you is, are you honored to appear on Metal Rules TV, and why?
I am so honored to be on Metal Rules TV. Because you guys are cool, and Jeff is cool. Jeff is super cool, and he's awesome, and he's got the coolest son. And I love when people bring their family into what they do, and when they love their medium, and they know it really well. And nostalgia and loving what you do is so important in life. You have to embrace that, because it's like you have to be brave and go after your dreams, and I just love that you love the genre and that you take care of it and you keep it alive. So, and that you remember me. I mean, again, it's not a given.
Well, I wrote, but if anybody will attest to this, Better Off Dead is my favorite movie of all time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I love that.
by far.
And then you pass it on to your son.
And you can look, even if you can verify, look at my Facebook.
Yeah?
You'll see it on there. I'm not lying, it's there.
Not lying at all.
Okay, so I have something really hilarious, last thing to tell you. All right. So I love Better Off Dead. In fact, so much so that I asked Savage Steve Holland to write my preface in my book. Because I thought when I'm 97 years old, I want to look back and I want to love, know that the person who was in this book was somebody that I trusted. So I had this funny idea. My daughter, she submitted me to the Walk of Fame for a star. The Stars Walk of Fame, and they're so expensive. But the reason why I thought this is a great idea, I thought if I get selected to the Walk of Fame, because most of the time it's like people from shows, big stars, but you very rarely have cult people. It's because it's so expensive. The stars are really expensive. So I thought if I get selected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an Indiegogo account, and I'm going to ask everybody for their $2.
Ah, I like it.
And how hilarious would that be?
By the way, he was on our show.
Who?
Yano.
Keanu?
Yano. No, Yano.
Oh, Yano, right.
Yeah, the paperboy. We had him. We interviewed him.
See, that's so hilarious.
And the mailman. Taylor Negron.
Taylor.
And I did the interview in bed with him.
You're so lucky.
Yeah.
I want to do an interview with him then. But,
I thought you were with me because I've yet to have a girl that's agreed to do that. Only men. I've only done it with men so far, so it's a little weird.
So it's kind of like your real life.
Yeah.
You gotta work up to it. So if that happens, I'll only need 15,000 fans. But that'll if I don't get that, then I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's kind of a funny thing with Facebook because if you are there, then you'll know first, and then if everybody came to celebrate, if I did do the star and everyone comes, they know they put their $2 into doing it. So anyway,
awesome.
but that's my little that would be hilarious. Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Bientôt.